Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Club president publicly claims he's going to make move to sign Alexandre Lacazette. Olympique Lyon president Jean-Michel Aulas and their sporting director Vincent Ponsot have reiterated their desire to sign Arsenal star Alexandre Lacazette this summer. The French striker joined Arsenal from Lyon in the summer of 2017. He was viewed by many as the answer to all the Gunners' goal scoring woes, but he hasn't quite been as prolific at the Emirates as he was back at his boyhood club. In 203 games for Arsenal, Lacazette has scored 71 goals and provided 36 assists in all competitions. He's the current captain of the North Londoners as well, but his time at the club is coming to an end. Lacazette will be out of contract at the end of next month. A return to Lyon is very much on the cards. This isn't the first time that Aulas has spoken about bringing Lacazette back to Lyon. Back in February, the Lyon chief claimed he'll do his best to sign the Arsenal man this summer. Now, he has gone up a step further and has revealed that Lyon will even make compromises to bring the 30-year-old back. Aulas said in a press conference, as quoted by GFFN, "If we need to make compromises to get him, we will." Director of football Ponsot added, "We will continue until the end. It's a desire for us to bring Lacazette back." A return to Lyon will be a fairy tale of sorts for Lacazette, who came through the ranks and made a name for himself at the club all those years ago. The Frenchman is a hero to many at Lyon, and even though he's not quite the same player that he once was, he could become a real star for them again if he joins them this summer. Arsenal, on the other hand, will have to go big to replace him. They've done well to compete with the top sides in the country without a prolific striker this season, but with European football set to return next term, they just need someone who will guarantee goals. West Ham United want Konstantinos Mavropanos this summer. West Ham want Konstantinos Mavropanos, with Bild in Germany reporting that the Hammers are prepared to pay £17.1 million for the Arsenal loanee this summer. There is plenty of uncertainty surrounding Mavropanos' future at the Emirates. For much of the campaign, it appeared inevitable that he would join Stuttgart permanently. He has spent the campaign on loan in the Bundesliga, and reports have claimed that they have an obligation to sign him permanently for £3 million should they stay in the top flight. However, their situation is precarious. With one game remaining, Stuttgart are in the relegation playoff spot. They could yet get themselves out of danger, but they could be relegated automatically on the final day. Mavropanos could yet sign permanently, with Stuttgart still having an option, but he could then be offered the chance to make an immediate return to the Premier League. According to Bild, via Daily Express, West Ham are ready to offer £17.1 million for the Greece international. Arsenal may perhaps wonder if they made a mistake. They are ready to sell him for £3 million, and they could now see him move back to England immediately, with Stuttgart making a hefty profit. Steven Gerrard preparing to make a move for Arsenal man Eddie Nketiah. Aston Villa have agreed a deal with Eddie Nketiah to join the club in the summer on a free transfer, beating West Ham to the Arsenal striker. This is according to Cody Gakpo, who report that should nothing go wrong with the deal, it could be made official at the end of the season. The striker is leaving Arsenal at the end of this season as a free agent after failing to reach an agreement with the Gunners over a new deal. He has been leading the line at the Emirates in recent weeks, and Arsenal hope that will persuade him to remain at the Emirates. However, it seems he's playing to please his suitors, and he will leave the Gunners at the end of the campaign. His fine form in recent weeks has seen several clubs become interested in a move for him, and Villa might win the race. The report claims they are already in talks with his entourage, and it's just a matter of time before he signs for the Villains. Nketiah has never really had the chance to prove his worth before now. However, even in a loan spell at Leeds, he didn't show enough quality to suggest he can be a top player. He's still growing and would need time, but he probably needs to leave for a club where he would be trusted to lead the line and play regularly. Martinelli says he's so happy at Arsenal amid surprise exit report. Martinelli says he's so happy at Arsenal amid surprise exit reports. Gabriel Martinelli says he's so happy at Arsenal, telling the Premier League YouTube channel that he released a dream moving to the Emirates. Martinelli has been one of the most popular signings the Gunners have made in the last few years. The 20-year-old looks to have an outrageous amount of talent and ability, and this season looks to have been a real breakout given that his previous injury issues look to be behind him. Interestingly, reports this week suggested that this may be Martinelli's final year at the Emirates. It was bizarrely claimed that he was on the verge of leaving, with Atletico Madrid and Juventus keen on his signature. In truth, Martinelli leaving looks incredibly difficult to imagine. He's one of the brightest youngsters in an Arsenal side full of incredible prospects, and it seems that Martinelli has no intention of leaving. He was asked about how he felt when he first signed for Arsenal back in 2019. His answer surely says an awful lot about where he sees his future. It felt amazing. It was a dream come true. Me and my family always wanted to come to Europe to play the Premier League. It's the biggest league in the world. I'm so happy to be here, and I always try to do my best, he told the Premier League YouTube channel. Arsenal fans may not have been too worried about the reports on Tuesday. It's one of those suggestions that arguably needs a lot more traction before it seems possible. Mikel Arteta will surely want to keep Martinelli for as long as he can. Clearly, a sale this summer would not sit well with the fans or Martinelli himself. Cody Gakpo is Arsenal's top target during the summer window. Cody Gakpo is Arsenal's top target this summer, with Foot Mercato reporting that the Gunners are waiting to find out whether they will be in the Champions League next season before making a bid. Gakpo has established himself as one of the best prospects in Europe with his form for PSV Eindhoven. The 23-year-old has scored 21 goals and provided 15 assists in all competitions, and he has done it having spent the majority of the campaign on the left. Reports have claimed that Arsenal have held talks about signing Gakpo already, and there have been suggestions that he has reminded some at the Emirates of Thierry Henry, so it will probably come as no surprise that Foot Mercato is reporting that Gakpo is Arsenal's top target, but they look to have one more task to achieve before they potentially make a move for the Dutchman. According to the report, securing Champions League football could be crucial for Arsenal. Foot Mercato adds that both Liverpool and Manchester City also want Gakpo, who's valued at around £30 million, and he's keen to play in Europe's premier competition next year. Signing Gakpo would certainly be an incredibly exciting move for Arsenal. They do have players who play on the left in Gabriel Martinelli and Emile Smith-Rowe, but the Netherlands international can also play up front. Potentially, signing Gakpo would then allow Mikel Arteta to focus his attention on one more natural striker. He's a really special player, and it would be a brilliant way for Arsenal to celebrate their Champions League return if they could bring him to the Emirates. Arsenal are closing in on a deal to sign Gabriel Jesus. Arsenal are closing in on a deal to sign Gabriel Jesus, with UOL Esport reporting the talks over a move have moved a step closer, and the Gunners are in pole position to sign the Manchester City star. Jesus has been heavily linked with a move to the Emirates for a little while. Of course, Arsenal need to sign at least one new striker during the summer transfer window. Reports have previously claimed that the Gunners had all but agreed personal terms with Jesus, and obviously the announcement that Manchester City have signed Erling Haaland would have left some expecting Arsenal to accelerate their pursuit of the 25-year-old. It does indeed appear that Arsenal have made progress. UOL reports that Arsenal have moved closer to reaching agreements over the wages, transfer fee and contract length. It's suggested that Jesus is set to agree a 5-year deal with Mikel Arteta's man. Meanwhile, Arsenal are ready to pay at least £43 million for the forward, while City ideally want £51.5 million. It's a big boost for Arsenal if they can agree a deal for Jesus. He has been hugely impressive for Manchester City this term, scoring 13 goals and contributing 12 assists in all competitions. They need to sign a striker, and Jesus would clearly relish the opportunity to be the main man. Pep Guardiola has recently described him as incredible. Much may depend on whether Arsenal qualify for the Champions League, but they remain in pole position for that fourth spot, so they will be confident that they will get a deal across the line. It seems that more needs to be done, but clearly a lot of progress has now been made. Charles Watts points out potential stumbling block in signing Manchester City star. Journalist Charles Watts has claimed there is a potential problem in Arsenal's potential signing of Raheem Sterling from Manchester City. The Gunners are gearing up for another summer of spending, with the current hopes of needing to bolster our squad for our first challenge of Champions League football under Mikel Arteta, and at least one forward is almost definitely to be added in the upcoming window. Raheem Sterling is believed to be a potential addition in the coming window, having been linked with a move to the North London for some time now, and with him having an uncertain future at the Etihad after losing out on much first-team action this term. While Watts believes that the England international is very much the player that we are looking for this summer, he believes there is one big stumbling block which will need to be overcome. I think with Arsenal, they are going to sign a central striker, but then they are also going to sign that sort of player who can play across the front line, Watts told his YouTube followers. Sterling 100% tickets the boxes when it comes to that. He can play central if he has to, he can play out wide, scores goals, scored another couple for Man City. London boy, obviously. Only issues is wages. I think he's on about $3,000 a week at Manchester City. Given how hard Arsenal have worked to reduce their wage bill in recent season, I'm not quite sure how he would fit into that wage bill if Arsenal did make a real push to sign Raheem Sterling, but that's something for Arsenal to work out. Do you think Arsenal would be willing to pay £300,000 a week or more to sign Sterling? Should we make Sterling our highest earner? Tell me in the comment. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.